So as the snow falls, the weather is cold, we can all hear the jingle bells outside. I want to talk about a couple games that just fit the mood so perfect. You have your family around the tree, everybody's coming together, and it's just that beautiful time of the year. And right now, if you're thinking to yourself, wait, did I click on the right video? No, you did. I'm talking about some horror games. Because let me tell you, as a person who has family staying with him for the holidays right now, there is nothing more terrifying than a bunch of weird creatures living in your domicile. You know? Taking over your TV, taking over your consoles. A lot of them wake up at like 7 a.m. They make tons of noise, but yet they have the audacity to complain that I'm the one who's being loud late at night. You know, while I'm just quietly watching YouTube and playing my Switch, and at 7 a.m., they're running around my goddamn house. Anyway, though, I digress. On to the video games. Okay, so honestly, I was a bit hyperbolic there, only because I don't want to give too much away about any of these games, and there's, oddly enough, not a lot to talk about that I don't want to give away. Like, it's very difficult to cover, especially this first one, which is Buddy Simulator 1984. Now, I can tell you it has a very weird mechanic to it, that when it starts off, it is a text-based adventure game. Now, if you, like me, think that sounds just awful, don't worry, it only lasts for like maybe 30 minutes or so. But in this time, they ask you some personal questions, you know, what's your name, your birth date, your favorite animal, who's your friend? Now, I noticed that I put in like my pet, by the way, and I apologize for this, but I put in as JP, just couldn't think of a different name. And throughout the entire game, I had a pet alligator named JP, although he looked like a dog. It was completely a dog. And asked who's my friend, and I just put in Trick. And the game got jealous of Trick, and Trick basically lasted for about 4 seconds in the game before it just completely wiped him out. But it did give him his own town called Tricksville, which was, you know, pretty interesting. But that's the whole premise of this game, though. And you can kind of see slowly where I'm going with it. The game creates a game for you, and the game evolves over time. Like, it starts off as a text adventure. Then it goes to, like, kind of your, I don't know, I'm going to say Game Boy graphics, and then goes into, like, more of a 3D, then goes into, like, that 2D HD, well, I wouldn't say HD, but it has a 2.5 kind of feel to it, I should say. And, like, as you play the game, and as you get through the game, it does evolve like that, which is crazy and pretty cool. But at the same time, the game gets jealous, and the game does not like you not playing, honestly. Like, it gets mad at you. It's a very cool concept, and I think this is a really fun game. And I picked it up for like $6 or something. It was on sale, so it was definitely well worth that, and just a lot of fun. Falling in at, maybe 3 or 4 hours, maybe a little bit longer, honestly. I was kind of surprised by the length, but it wasn't anything overwhelming. Now, the other games that I picked up are part of a series, and I got these during the 12 days of No Gravity Games giveaway. And they're games too that, to be honest, I don't want to ruin anything because, well, they do have their own story, and you're pretty much following that story for the entirety of the game, at least in the first one. I'm only about halfway through the second one, but I can tell it's already just awesome. It's like all the things about the first, but just a little bit better. And I definitely wanted to highlight these games because I believe right now they're still $1.99, and they're well worth that. Like, just completely worth that amount of money. I'm not a big horror fan or puzzle game fan, but as soon as I started playing these games, I got sucked into them. But I will say that the puzzle solving is not for the faint of heart. In fact, I saw my wife try to play the first game. Now, granted, she only gave like maybe a 2-minute effort, but she gave up and she was just like, I don't know what to do. Here you go. And it is kind of like that. Like, there is some elements to it that a walkthrough will definitely help you, but it's really fun to figure out the puzzles yourself and to have this a sense of accomplishment when you're finally able to just solve a simple puzzle. And the game goes further and asks more and more of you, and there are a couple of times when I think you definitely need to rely on a walkthrough, but the games are so much fun. I just can't believe what you can get for $1.99, or if you were able to be part of the No Gravity Games giveaway, you were able to get these games for free because they're bangers. They're a lot of fun. They're one of those things that I couldn't believe I was spending my time with. And honestly, like, graphically, they look really good, like detailed, clear, really creepy, like just super creepy. And I mean, a perfect atmosphere for a horror game. And I gotta say, like, there are some elements of this game that, just kind of irk you out, if you know what I mean. Like, you get kind of, oh, that's weird. But, I think, yeah, anyone can say that about both of the two series I'm talking about. Buddy Simulator 1984, there are a few times when I was just like, what? Like, I knew what to expect, but it was still kind of creepy, like, really creepy. Some of the things that it would say, and it was angry, and it would glitch out, and it had all sorts of issues. Now, I will say with Buddy Simulator, I can't really talk about performance because I don't know if some of it was on purpose, but there was multiple times when I had to restart the game. But it almost seemed like I was supposed to do that. It's a very weird game, trust me, but it's a lot of fun and very creepy, like I said. It kind of reminds me of like Metal Gear Solid, the first one. I remember with the PlayStation 1, and Psycho Mantis would control the controller, and it was like, oh my god, what's happening? It's kind of that level of interaction where you're playing and the game crashes, and you have to restart it, and then the game will start over again, and then it's mad at you for doing something you shouldn't have done, it says, and taking itself away from you, and it's so weird. But so cool. And like I said, with the other ones, they are just really cool, really creepy. I enjoy them far more than I thought I would. It kind of puts me in light of like Inside, I believe that's the name of the game. Where it's just kind of like a side scroller. You got to figure out puzzles, and there's this sense of urgency about everything because you might die very, very soon and very, very quickly. There's no combat in the game. It's all just stealth and puzzle solving. Anyway, that's my thoughts on those games. I just wanted to talk about them because these are games that are easily available right now and relatively cheap. So maybe a good time to get in on them while you can, while you got like the time off, or you're just enjoying the Arctic death that is coming after all of us. Anyway, guys, any and all comments down below would be much appreciated. Like always, guys, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're truly happy because you make me happy. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.